Mike is going to show us how he figures his buttons, allogram method. Is that how you pronounce it?
Good enough.
Close enough. And it's really interesting. I have a lot of trouble with it personally. But somebody else might not have trouble with it, but it's really a neat thing to learn in how to tie these buttons, how stuff works together, and everything. And of course, it's in this book. He's going to show us how to figure buttons in this book and everything. And also he's going to show us how to do it on the video. This is Mike Hickey, a.k.a. is Tom Hall. Mike?
Okay, thank you. What we're going to do is I learned this from a guy named George Shackey in New Zealand. And by being able to calculate out a knot mathematically, you can do any column-coded knot. If you orient your knot horizontal, if the V's are running horizontal, it is a row-coded knot. If the V's are running around your mandrel, these are column-coded knots. So all of your gaucho knots and headhunter knots, ring knots, fan knots, all of those type knots, and a Turk's head, and in my books I thought all of these knots were Turk's heads. But a Turk's head is an over one, under one knot that the sailors call a Turk's head. I call it a casa knot because that's the house that we use to tie interweaves in to make pineapple knots, herringbone knots, that type of row-coded knots. But what I'm going to demonstrate is a mathematical way to calculate out how to tie any row-coded knot. Little terminology. Person needs to know what a part and a bite is. A bite is a sailor term of the curve in the coast that you can tack into and tack out of with a certain type of one set sail or something. But sailors call it a bite. The bite is where the knot turns back on the edge. So however many turnbacks you have on the edge of a knot is the number of bites in that knot. When you're braiding a flat braid, the number of strands that you use to braid the width of that flat braid, in knot tying, that's the number of parts. So however, if it's like a 3-strand braid, it's a 3-strand knot. If it was a 4-strand braid, it's a 4-part knot. 5-part, 6-part, 7-part, 8-part. The parts are how long a knot is. How big around it is are the number of bites. So you need to know that terminology because the way we calculate these knots are by parts divided by bites equal an N value. Then you have your remainder, R. So if we had a 5-part, 4-bite knot, 4 will go into 5 one time with a remainder of 1. Any knots that have a remainder of 1 or 1 less than the number of parts are easy to tie. That's most of the knots that we tie. Those are the ones that you can tie by the pattern so that the pattern comes out equally, as they go. Okay. One other formula that we have to use, after you get this, you need the formula of bites minus the R value. Let me make sure. Yep. minus the R value equals a V, which is our count value. So our bytes are 4 minus our R value, which is 1, equals 3. The 3 is our count value, and now we'll take the number of bytes and we'll put that as dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots for the 4 bytes. This outside one is the edge of the knot, so we'll put a 0 above it. Now we're going to use our count value, and we count over. 1, 2, 3, and we put a 1. Now we continue counting. 1, 2, 3, put a 2. 1, 2, 3, put a 3, until all of our dots are covered with numbers. Now with that count value, now we do our pattern of our knot, and we're going to do an over 1, under 1 pattern. And it'll be 1 less the number of parts. And if you start, our line is like a bridge. This is the direction of the flow of water, so that would be an under. This would be the direction of the flow of the road, so that would be an over. If our coating was going that way, that would be an over, and that would be the under. So that is just a coating that our knot is, just for an explanation of that. So the coating of this knot, if the standing end of the finish of your knot is under, it's a regular knot. If you tie the knot and your standing end is over that outside bite, it's a sobre, it's over. So we want regular knots, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4, and then the string doing the weaving through that pattern makes 5 bites, 5 parts. We put this above. As I said, the 0 is out here on the outside bite boundary, so the first over is in here, so we write 3, 2, 1, then we start repeating that. So it's 0, and then if it was a long knot, it'd be bigger. This is the numbers that we use when we're going from left to right. The numbers on the bottom are the ones we'll use if we're going from right to left. So now we write them backwards, so it's 3, 2, 1, 0. And for convenience, when I am using this, so that I don't have to think, okay, we're going from left to right, that would be an under. I just write them up here so that I can just look and know that that's an under. That's an over. That's an under. That's an over. So that is tying from left to right. Going this way, it is from right to left in an upwards direction. That would be an under, over, under, over. That's all you need to tie this knot. Now, to know which one of these numbers we're going to use, the numbers of half cycles in a knot is double the number of bites. So if you've got 4 bites, you need 8 half cycles. So we'll just write them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This number that you're looking for on these half cycles, the first one is a -1. But here is 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. So these are the numbers that we're going to be looking for at each half cycle. So my first one's a -1. There's no -1s. So it is always a free run because you have no crossings when you're tying your knot. So we'll write free run. No crossings. Now, we're on the bottom right, going left, going to the, in an upwards direction. We're looking for a 0. There's our 0. Oh, that's not a 0, that's an over. There's our 0, and it is an over. So that is an over. And when you're doing your letters are lined up in the same way as these columns. So that is an over 1. Now we're looking for a 0 going on the top from right to left. It's right there. So that's an over. Now we're looking for a 1. There's the 1. So our pattern is under, over. On the top, looking for 1. It's under, over. Now we're looking for the 2, and whatever number you're looking for when you're going from right to left in that upwards direction, that string is your standing part. So you can always check yourself, especially in a long knot. Every number, the number that you're looking for, the 2, you're crossing your standing part. So now we're looking for our 2, so our pattern is over, under, over. Over, under, over. Looking for the 2, it's right there, so it's that one. Over, under, over. Over, under, over. Now we're looking for our 3. It's right there. This is our last one. Under, over, and that ties our knot. Under, over, over. That finishes your knot, and you can do it with any column-coated knot. Now, when you're with this knot, with this algorithm diagram, let me do a longer one. Let's do a 13, 4. 13, 4. 13 will go into that 3 times with a remainder of 1. So now we've got 4 minus 1 equals 3. So our numbers that we would do over here would have been the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with the 0. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, but this time we've got 13 parts. We could do this knot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be that pattern in an over 1, under 1. If we wanted a 2-pass gaucho, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be the pattern for a 2-pass gaucho. Now can we do it 3? If we wanted a 3-pass gaucho, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be that knot tied in a 3-pass gaucho. All of our math was the same because it was a 13-4 all the way through. But because it was a 13 part, I was able to do it with as a casa knot with an over 1, under 1, a 2-pass gaucho with an over 2, under 2, or a 3-pass, or we could do under 2 on the edge, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. We can tie that knot with that pattern. We can make that pattern any way we want to, as long as we've only got 12 marks that come out to be 13. Which one do you want to do a numbers on? Okay. Which one should we do? This one? This one. Let's do that one right there. So we're going to pick this one to do our numbers. It's still a 4 bite, so it's still 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are still looking for our negative 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. These are our cycle numbers. Okay, so I'm going to write these. 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was just those numbers wrote across it, and as it runs out, it repeats. Now coming back from the other way, I just write them backwards. Starting at the 3, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. These would be unders, under, 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 over, 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 under, 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 over, over, over. And here it'd be under, 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 over, 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 under, 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 over, over, over. Okay, so we start our knot. Our first ones are -1. We're just doing a wrap around our stick. And the way I draw a drawing and I do my wraps, that end number, which we had a 3, you do 3 wraps because your next move is going to be over however many that end number is. So if you do 3 wraps, then you can just go over 3. But after you've done that, you want to straighten it because they're not true 3 wraps. It's like a wrap and a quarter or a wrap, you know. But you can always, it's easier to tie if you do the 3 wraps and then just do your 3 passes and then straighten your knot. So our first one is a free run. Okay? Now we're looking for 0. There's one right there. There's one right there. And there's one right there. So we're going over, under, over. Over, under, over. Now we're looking for our zeros up here. One there, one there, one there. Over, under, over. Now we're looking for ones. One right there, one right there, one right there. So now we've got under, over, under 2, over 2. Up here looking for 1. We'd have under, over, under 2, over 2. Looking for our 2. One there, one there, one there. So now we've got under 2, over 2, under 2, over 3. Looking for our 2. There, there, there. So it's under 2, over 2, under 2, over 3. Now we're looking for our 3. So it's under 3. I missed that 3 right there. Over 3. Under 3. Over 3. That tight or not? Any questions? Any other knot? I'd like to do your method, and put this above it, just so you see how it hits the numbers sometime. You know how you do you've got your columns, and you've got overs in all of this, and then you have unders and all of this. Where you hit your number is where this number hits that coating.
Yeah, I understand his deal much better than yours.
Yeah.
I think
But that's the same. It's the same thing. The only thing is yours only works if the R value is 1 or if the V value is a 1. That's the only knots yours works at. And this one will work on all column coated knots because it jumps around in the square. But we could do them side by side so that you could see, well, or just put that above it so that you see how it hits your letters. So it's the same thing. So that way you do every knot, not just the ones that you can tie by the pattern. But like you say, with yours, it cuts out all of that garbage in the front, because you just put out your pattern and the repeats there, and you can see how the repeats here. It's the same. Now, in my book, underneath all the drawings, I've got that already wrote out.
I understand it better now. Yeah, because you see here.
Right. But to read it in the book, there's no way it could take you years to understand it. But to see it, to see it, and let's just pick a knot. Let's do one more with a knot, any knot. Let's call them coded. A 13 part, 4 bite, 2 pass, G-A-U-C-H-O, gaucho knot. So we have 13 divided by 4 is 3 with a 1. So we're going to have our repeat. It's going to be 3. We got 4 bites. R is 1. This is 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got to do my numbers. This is my number of bites. We start with 0. We count this over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now our count value numbers go up here. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm just going to draw it out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My numbers is -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so our first one is a free run. When you do your letters in your box, do you come one way and then the other? You don't, do you? You're always coming across your thing of overs and unders from the same direction? But anyway, we'll just draw this out. But this would be your, let me put these. Under, over, under, over, under, over. That's under, over, under, over, under, over. So I think your first, now we're looking for 0. It's over 3 times. Now we're looking for 0, and it's there, and there. So it's over 3 times. Now we're looking for 1, there. So it's over 6 times. We're looking for our 1, there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Now we're looking for our 2. So it's there. So now we've got under, over 2, under, over 2, under, over 2. Now we're looking for our 2. There. So it's under, over 2, under, over 2, under, over 2. Now we're looking for our 3. Now it's our pattern. Under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2. And if you had your square down here, you would hit those in the same places we're hitting them up here. It's the same thing, but yours is simpler to do because you don't have all of this to line out.
One thing he's got is he has, if you're going to go under 2, he has an under.
Right, yeah. And he'd have an under.
The way I would do this is like 3 consecutive knots, one after
You're right, because you have this segment, this segment, and this segment.
Exactly. So it's like here you have an over, and over. And over,
Yes.
Then
Over. Yes.
this is separated.
Instead of putting over 6, you've got each one in the segment that you're tying in the knot. Yeah. Which makes it really easier to follow and understand because it's all there. And with this, to know that this one, and this one, you're crossing that standing part, you're coming back, you'll know that in this number. But I only use this when I'm looking for something that I don't know how to tie. The other day, somebody on the internet had a picture of a set of reins, or it was a knot on a rein. And they says, how do you tie this knot? what is this knot? They didn't even know what the knot was. So I start tying. Every one of them are different, and it turns out that was the knot on the reins. But it took me that many to find it. And that's tied with 3 strands. It takes 3 strands to tie it, but they tie it with 1 string. They just keep crossing their stand in and restarting. That's the kind of stuff I love to do.
You're a detective.
I'm a detective. That is the short pompous knot in Grant's book. And it's got an over 4. It goes 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then 1, 2, 3 on that side. But the knot they had was 1, 2, 3. It was, yeah, and 2 on the edges. I did all them 3 days before I come down. This is a sweet little knot. It turned out really nice.